Thank you to Birdbuddy for sponsoring this video. This is Beavis. I named him that. This little dummy has been playing hard to get for like 2-ish weeks, and we look at him. He's all happy and eating. He doesn't care how long I've been waiting for him to show up. Beavis, like the honey badger, don't care and can't be bothered. When he did finally show up, he completely derailed my day. And I got a whole story, believe it or not, about Beavis. Before I do that, let me tell you a story about how I can help you. This is my favorite thing to do. I love it. Chance to give back. Thank you guys for supporting me and the channels all of these years. A chance to win $500. Make it super easy. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite bird. Tell me a fact about a bird, or tell me a fact about yourself. Just make sure there's a way to contact you either in the comment or on your YouTube page. I'll let you guys enter once per day also. Watch the video all the way through, give it a thumbs up. Open to anyone in the world. Let it run for 10 days. All information though will be down below. Back to Beavis. When he finally decided to make his grand appearance, I was in the middle of work. My phone buzzed, as phones tend to do. I looked down, I had a notification. And I looked just for a second, and I was like, oh, I finally got a bird. Then an hour later, I forgot what I was doing. I was scrolling through photos, I was reading about bird migration patterns, and checking out what this thing eats. All because a bird feeder sent me down a rabbit hole that I did not know existed at all. So this is Birdbuddy 2, and thank you to them for sponsoring this video. It is a smart bird feeder camera that uses AI to identify the birds, send photos of said birds, and videos to your phone. But I want to tell you what happened when I put this thing sort of up, because we had 2 of them to set up, because it wasn't what I figured was going to happen. So like, I don't know if I've reached the level of dad energy yet, where I'm wearing like New Balances with knee socks and jorts, but maybe the next evolution of dad energy is bird watching. Because this is weirdly relaxing. So if you're looking for something to get your family engaged with the outdoors without feeling like you are dragging them away from screens, that's what this actually and accidentally became. I know zero about birds. This much about birds, except for they fly and lay eggs. My kids are obsessed with birds. Last year we went to Carmel Valley. It's in sort of Northern California. And my boys got to hold and learn about like hawks and eagles, this bird sanctuary thing. And ever since then, they've been like all in on birds and eagles. They can identify species by like tail patterns and flight shapes, and they get excited about things that I have never heard of. So I set this up. It was mostly for them. I figured I'd get some decent photos. I think it was cool for a week, and then we'd all move on with our bird-free lives. Setup was straightforward. Just sort of charge the camera, connect to Wi-Fi through the app, fill it with bird seed. Thing comes in pieces, the feeder itself and the camera module magnetically pops into it. A hanger and a scoop, it's really simple. Mounted it in backyard, seemed fine, connected it to the app, and then I set it like this, like waiting for a package to arrive. Except you can't track it via UPS. You don't know when the birds are coming. That's what nobody tells you about bird feeders, evidently. It is not set it and forget it. Birds don't just immediately flock to a new feeder because you put it there for them. It would be very courteous if they did. It's a hobby. And like any hobby, it took a lot of patience. Nothing happened for almost 2 weeks. I kept checking the app multiple times a day. Like, is this thing even working? My wife thought maybe birds didn't live in our backyard. The kids started losing interest. I was starting to think that I was sent a very expensive piece of backyard decoration, but apparently birds need to trust a location before they commit. And then finally, almost 2 weeks, I got notification of a house sparrow. Not exotic, not rare, literally one of the most common birds in North America, but a house sparrow. And my kids saw the photo and got excited right away, and I thought finally, like, this thing actually works. And once that sparrow showed up, more friends followed. It's like he told his friends there's good seed here. And suddenly I get notifications throughout the day. Just still house sparrows, but the app and the camera working exactly as they were supposed to. I'd be barely awake at like 6:30 in the morning, phone would buzz, and there'd be a sparrow sitting there on the feeder. Even with the most common bird possible, I started noticing individual birds with different patterns, different behaviors. I started naming them. That's how I came up with Beavis. My 6-year-old started checking the app again before they would go online after homework was done. And that's kind of when I knew something weird was happening. The way it works is really clever. So birds land, camera wakes up and records, and the AI watches everything throughout the day and picks out the best moments, good lighting, birds in frame, and focus, and then bundles them into postcards. So with that postcard, it's like 3 or 4 photos, a short video clip. You can swipe through them, decide if you want to save them or toss them. The species identification shows up at the bottom. About a week into finally getting birds showing up, my daughter discovered the collections tab. It's a library of hundreds of bird species, each with profiles of what they eat and where they live, migration info. And that's when we learned a fact about Beavis, that he is a monster. House sparrows will destroy the eggs and kill the chicks of other bird species. They'll even kill adult birds to take over their nest sites. So this cute little guy I've been obsessed with is basically a sadistic battle warrior that don't care about other birds. Suddenly house sparrows did get a lot more interesting though. We started spending 20 minutes at a time reading about birds we have never seen. Figured out you can manually log sightings anywhere, so now we're on walks and documenting the birds that we're spotting. And meanwhile, I'm getting these notifications all day that I just can't stop opening. I'll be like doing dishes, phone buzzes, I'll check it. This should not be the product that does this for me. They are house sparrows. They are everywhere. But I still like fascinated and kept staring at these guys. And a few days in, I noticed something funny. We had this one house sparrow who figured out he could sit on the side of the bird feeder and eat the food without triggering the camera, just perch on the edge, totally outside of frame, helping itself to free food. So I'm watching this in person thinking this bird just hacked my bird feeder. I named this one Albert, like Einstein. I had one smart bird. I started realizing too that this camera actually matters here. It's 5 megapixel for photos, 2K camera, and the big thing is HDR. Because sun hitting a bird feeder creates these insane lighting situations. Birds backlit by morning sun, harsh noon shadows, HDR kind of evens it out for you. It's not just getting like bird-shaped silhouettes. It is a huge upgrade from the first generation, which there was a first generation of this too. Another big addition is the ability to shoot in landscape or portrait. Because the camera is magnetic, you can just pop it out and rotate it anywhere you want. But that's also where problems started showing up. Wi-Fi was the biggest one. It took me a few tries to find a spot with both decent bird traffic, obviously, and then reliable signal. Wi-Fi was not the only hiccup too. To get some of the cool features, you do need Birdbuddy Premium. It is a $60 for a year for individuals or $99 for a family plan where you can share access. This unlocks a bunch of features that you might want. Birdbuddy experimental features, higher resolutions and frame rates, and then new features are being added. Basically, a lot of the fun stuff, it does need a subscription. The free version though, does give you basic access, but if you want everything, just know it is a subscription service. Because it's brand new, Birdbuddy is still working on a bunch of new features, specifically the camera. So that 2K camera only records 1080p right now, so you only get one camera mode. Sort of the rest of the modes though should be coming soon with the software update. Solar panels have also been solid though. Dual panels that catch the sun from different angles. So in the 2-ish weeks, haven't had to charge it once. And if your mounting spot is shaded, you'll probably have to charge it more often, but a decent sun spot, you probably don't have to think about it ever. The app also has a whole social layer, feeds of bird clips from other people's feeders, worldwide specific feeders you can follow in Hawaii or British Columbia. We checked those out as much as our other feeder. Actually, Birdbuddy gave us access to a beta feeder where you could actually see other non-house sparrow birds start to pop in. And that was really cool to actually see like more exotic style birds. It was really interesting about this whole process, and again, I don't know anything about birds, was that after we'd see the birds on the camera, we all wanted to go outside and see if we could find them, spot them, watch them coming in, and became kind of like a small family thing. Try to limit my kids' screen time as much as I can, but any opportunity I have to get them outside is a huge win. And Birdbuddy accomplished that in a way that I was not expecting. So 2.5-ish weeks in, this is still very much a part of my daily routine. My kids check it every morning. They've learned to identify individual sparrows by their markings. They get generally excited when they recognize one coming back. Is it worth it? I think kind of the honest truth, if you're expecting instant results, which I was, and exotic birds, this isn't that. Like I said, it took almost 2 weeks before we saw anything. And when birds finally showed up, they were literally the most common species possible. But once those house sparrows started visiting, the whole system worked perfectly. The camera works, the AI works, the app works, and somehow even the most boring birds become interesting when you're getting high quality photos sent to your phone throughout the day. If you just want a bird feeder, buy a regular one for 20 bucks. If you want this whole experience, the photos, identification, the weird family obsession it develops over house sparrows, this absolutely delivers on what it said. Hardware solid, AI works, app is well designed. If you do want to get your hands on one, check out the link below to join the waitlist to be first in line when it ships. It is awesome. If you're looking for a gift for somebody in your life, somebody that's interested in birds or something that's give them a new hobby, Birdbuddy really did what they claimed to do in a ways that I didn't expect. But again, all the links way down below.